fabulous do these girls look? Now, wait till you see what they started off with. So we have the beautiful Katie here, and as you can see, we've got a really gorgeous, classic graduated bob with a fantastic fringe, or bangs, since I'm American now. Now, it's very much a classic shape, working through with the same technique that I actually just demonstrated for you. So working with that diagonal graduation, the main difference is there's no disconnected round layer through the crown area. So this is actually connected through technically, and the only difference is I've continued through working with those diagonal sections and dropped my elevation to 45 degrees instead. Now, what do you think of the color? It's amazing, stunning. Now, it's not necessarily a color that every guest or every client in a salon situation is going to want to have. But if you do get someone, this is where you get to have a play and have a little bit of fun. So working through with Chromatics hair color, we've got the underneath working with our concentrate in blue. And that really gives us a denim blue tone. And denim blue right now is so on trend as well. The next panel we've worked through with our violet, and the top panel we've worked through with our green. So just working over pre-lightened hair first. And did you guys get to see the before shot of her? What a difference. It's fantastic. So it's a beautiful, striking color, very much on trend at the moment. And again, just working with our pure pigment in our concentrates. Let's give it up for Katie. Now, next up, we have the gorgeous Sabrina. Now, this is her natural curl. It's all about working with the models and what suits them. No different than working in a salon and going, we want to work on suitability to the individual. So this texture that we're seeing, this is all natural. All I've done through here is mold this back into a little finger wave through the sides to show off the color through there as well. So we've pre-lightened all around the front hairline on both sides, so that way we can hide a lot of it when it comes down, but if she wants to go out at night and show it off, we've got a bit of stronger color framing the face as well. So working with our pastel tones, with our blues, our pinks, and our caramel mushroom tones here as well. Take a look at that before shot. How amazing and brave is she? So she had one length hair literally down to here. So if you're going to cut hair like this off, you don't want to do anything too crazy with the haircut. This is just purely a classic one length bob. Because the reality is she has a lot of hair and it's going to expand and go quite triangular. So with naturally curly hair, you either want your shape to be square and flatter to slim it out, or you want to enhance a triangular shape. You want to pretty much try and avoid basically looking like a ball and going too round on your curly hair. Let's give it up for Sabrina. Thank you. We'll take a look at Gia next as well. Now, I always love the simplicity of a gorgeous precision haircut that has geometry to it. This really suits Gia because I think she's actually got a little bit of an androgynous feel in her look naturally. And I'm a big fan of that as well. She's actually also a hairdresser. She's just got into our industry. So let's make her feel welcome to our industry as well. Now, she looks like a hairdresser, doesn't she? That's it. So I've worked through with classic round graduation through the back area, working through with this beautiful, nice, strong, solid fringe. And through the back section, working through with that round graduation, following the curve of the head shape, and then just some classic barbering to really taper in that hairline, but still left the hairline soft, even though it's tapered in, and then, of course, created a little bit of texture through the crown area. So let's take a look at hair before shots and the color formulas that we have here as well. So we pre-lightened panels into a diamond section through the fringe area, and again working with our concentrates in the Chromatics hair color range, working with our blues and our violets as well. So what do you think of the finished look? Excellent. Let's give it up for Gia. Okay, so next up we have the beautiful Hayley. Now, I love this particular shape. It's a great way of changing your guests in the salon from having just long hair and just layered hair. By putting quite a strong, heavy fringe into the look, it also means you can play around with the color so much more. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach her, even with big shoes on. It's like, seriously? I feel so short next to these gorgeous girls. Could you actually just, yeah, thanks. Now, let's take a look at that. I haven't put any product in here so we can see the color as it moves around. So working through on the underneath section, lightening out, and then what we've actually done as we've worked through is start to pull our foil through so you can see how we're deeper in the roots and then still lighter through the ends. So then that way we have a veil of the darker color falling over. So it gives us an appearance like we've edged the color, enhancing that perimeter line. So haircut-wise, I've worked all this front area through to the front around her face and on top of her ears with a round layer, just pivoting around the head. And then to keep the length through the back area, I've worked with a simple square layer just to get the movement into the shape, and when we've just added a little bit of rough texture into that middle area. And you can see again, we've kept the hair very much in its raw, natural state, so you guys can see there's no gimmicks, just beautiful shapes and absolutely stunning hair color. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have our gorgeous redhead Erica. She was blonde a couple of days ago. So she's had quite a dramatic change, but we've actually just worked with a beautiful, simple demi color within our Chromastics hair color range. And she actually looks like she's a natural redhead, doesn't she? And to create these beautiful curls, it's just by working with a horizontal set. Now, I need to probably get your help, guys, a little bit here. I got to translate. Even though I'm American now and I've moved here, I've still only been here 3 weeks. You've got to teach me a bit of lingo. All right, I've got to learn some local language. So I would call this tonging. Yeah, you're all like, what? Tonging. So using a hot tong. And you're like, what's a hot tong? A wand. Is that what you guys call it? A hot wand instead? So tonging. It's a new word for you today. So we've gone through tonging, and I say, just hold that for me, honey. We basically have no wefts. It's all our own hair. Just set it in there. Double moussed it to start off with, which is what we do when we work at Fashion Week and we work on shoots, is having that foundation in the hair to start off with. Means when it's set, we brush it out, you can keep playing with it, and that curl just does not drop. It's beautiful, isn't it? Excellent. I look at her before shot. I can hear a few wows around the room. How gorgeous does she actually look as a redhead compared to a blonde? Let's give it up for Erica. Okay, so next up we have our beautiful Nikki, and what we have here is, again, an amazing head of hair that is all her own. No wefts whatsoever. So we've gone through, she already had ends that were pre-lightened from having a balayage previously. So we've gone in and deepened the roots with the demi shade, just working with our shades of red, and then pastelizing this out into this gorgeous, beautiful rose pink that we're seeing as well. And we've worked the color so it's going deeper, out to lighter, but getting this amazing pink with our pastel shades is gorgeous. So let's take a look at here before shot as well. What a difference. Now, I need a little bit of translation again as well. Candy floss. What would you call candy floss? Cotton candy. She looks like cotton candy, doesn't she? It's beautiful. So again, just hold that for me, just to prove to you that it's all her own hair. You can get the hands in there, and it's all her own hair. Now, she has got exceptionally fine hair, so we've been using the Regenesis hair care range on her because it is pre-lightened hair, and it's really given us that volume and that thickness into the hair. So working with Regenesis by Revital Lash, what it actually does is it's going to give you unbelievable amounts of body, but it's also actually going to strengthen the hair from being anti-aging and anti-damage as well. Beautiful. Let's give it up for Nikki. Now, she's got an amazing look naturally. Very cool, very edgy. So we've basically gone for something that really just works with what suits hair individually. It's an interpretation on something that can be quite classic with a crop, but I've kept a little long bit. I'm into little long bits like this that are just disconnected, but as you can see, I haven't got it on the other side. So I've worked through with a nice flat layer in through here and then scissor over combs to take that in nice and tight. And of course, you've got to do this on someone that's got the right face shapes and the right bone structure to complement too. Through the back area, working with a square layer through the back section, flattening right in through here, and then disconnecting our little corners, so we've got some little pieces. And let's just take a look on that camera. Do you like a hairline? It's cute, isn't it? I like it. I think you could, having that little point and the longer pieces, hairlines are so much fun, and you can play around with them so much as well, and get them to be a little bit quirky. Now, color-wise, we've got this beautiful, soft pastel apricot going through here as well. So, bearing in mind with Maria, she has got a little bit of Asian in her background. And you can see how dark her level is on her before shot. So, you're not going to be able to clean this out to a true platinum. So, why make your life difficult and try and create a cooler tone? So I've chosen to stay with a warmer tone, but by mixing the 8RO, that's giving me the copper tone we want to see, mixing it with the 10BV, that's our cooler tone. It's going to pastelize, but still cool how we've lifted those roots to start off with. And then we basically just left the ends out and just kept that gorgeous, soft apricot all through the root area. I think it's stunning, Anna. What do you guys think? Let's show us some love. Thanks, Maria. And of course, last but not least, we have the beautiful Kirsten. Now, with Kirsten's color, this probably is my favorite color of the day as well. And I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to reach her. She's the tallest out of all of them. Thanks. So what I want to show you is on this underneath section, you can see we've got this beautiful panel of a slate gray on the underneath to start off with. Then sitting on top of that, we've got my favorite color, which is our lilac. Now, can you see that on the camera? It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. So let's take a look at her before shot as well. And you can see she's had a little bit of a change too. So creating that slate gray, this is where I actually have pushed Tom Dispenza with his color formulas. And as I say, I have utmost respect. The guy is an absolute genius. But he goes to me, why do you want to put a little bit of black into an 8 level? So I've done 8A with literally one drop, just that much, of 1N into it. And that's what's going to deepen your gray and make it just that little bit more slate. So he's like, that's challenging. That's good. It's taking it out of the box and thinking outside the square. And then, of course, we've got this beautiful, soft salmon pink falling over our gray and our lilac through our teardrop shape. I love having a shape where you can actually have this sexy teardrop falling over because it can be worn in either direction. And then, of course, she already had an undercut to start off with, so we've chosen to basically get rid of all the hair through the back area and just create this beautiful round shape sitting into the head as well. So I think it hugs absolutely beautifully. Let's give it up for Kirsten.